Hello everyone, this is Tony. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of a recent tour I took from Vegas. It was a quite extensive tour of the Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam, and Route 66. So first of all, why did I take this tour? I've been to Vegas many times, and so I wanted something different than just gambling and eating and looking at shows. So I thought I would go to the Grand Canyon. And one of the things in doing my research was I was looking for a tour that was going to go to the South Rim instead of the West Rim. So I'll go through that a little bit more later on in this video. So I went on the internet and checked and kind of did some research and found this company. I actually went to Viator first and then figured out this was the company that Viator was using and went to book with them directly. I checked all their reviews. They seemed like it was good. And also they're one of the few companies who are offering tours from Vegas to the South Rim. It was $199. I booked it online. The person is called Claudio, and they did exactly what they said they were going to do. They had my booking, then they phoned me a day before, told me where they're going to pick me up. They did pick me up at my hotel at 5:30 in the morning. I'll tell you more about why they picked me up so early. It was basically 4 people on the tour, which is almost like a private tour. It was $199 per person. So on the day of the tour, they picked me up at 5:30, a little early, but the guy is called Claudio. He comes in a kind of a big van, and very nice guy, kind of unassuming. He's not overly friendly, and he just lets you have your space, which is great, but he will talk to you and be friendly if you want to talk. So why we were out so early is we wanted to get to our first stop, Hoover Dam, right away. And so it took about an hour to get there. And when we were there, it was totally empty. So we had the whole place to ourselves, and it was almost spooky in sense of what's happened here. I thought so he just knew the timing. He's very experienced, and he knew he had to get us there bright and early. And we essentially had the whole Hoover Dam to ourselves for a good 30 minutes that we were there, taking pictures and things like that. So you'll see it here. It's very scenic. I'm just doing a quick video of the Hoover Dam. You see there's no one there. It's quite scenic, and we were really happy with this. Next, you're going to see various videos I took of the Grand Canyon, and I'm going to tell you about the whole trip, but it was spectacular, and this of course was the highlight of the trip. So why I chose in my research the South Rim compared to the West Rim, I've done in my research the West Rim is the one that most people go to when they're close to Vegas. It's about an hour or an hour and a half away from Vegas, maybe a little bit longer, but it's not as deep and it's not as developed. It has this ring where you can walk a little bit outside, but generally the nice pictures that you get, or the pictures that you see in most photos, are of the South Rim, which you see me walking around for. So it's a little bit farther. It's about 5-hour drive to the South Rim. So it does take quite a while to get there, but it's well worth it. I was really glad I did that. So the drive was long, but we did have stops, rest breaks once in a while. We were tired too. It was in the morning. And it was kind of nice that we got to Hoover Dam first. So that was a nice little break to kind of start out the day. And thereon, it was another 3 hours or some odd or maybe 4 hours to the Grand Canyon. So Claudio, our driver, is very experienced. He picked up some lunch for us, and we had some Subway subs along the way. But I'm so glad that he drove, because if you were going yourself, you wouldn't know the routes, you wouldn't know how to cut in. There was starting to develop a huge lineup. We got there around 11 o'clock in the morning, and it was already a huge lineup of cars. So he figured out how to get kind of around that. And, when we left the Grand Canyon around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, there was a huge lineup. And so that's what he was saying, go with him, go with people that are experienced, because if you're going yourself, you spend hours in a lineup, and we spent maybe 15 minutes in a lineup. So we were really happy about that. As you can see, the views are just magnificent, and I was just amazed the whole time. It was a perfect day. It really isn't that crowded because the canyon is obviously so big. The walk, we dropped us off We got there. It's a little walk to the village, about 45 minutes. It's a great little walk, very scenic, all paved, and really, really magnificent. You can get some magnificent pictures. We had plenty of time there to kind of relax. He gave us as much time as we wanted. It took we probably spent about an hour and a half at the canyon, just walking, taking pictures, things like that, and then being at the village a bit to buy some souvenirs. But all in all, it was a really, really magnificent site. We loved every minute of it. Unbelievable. I don't think pictures or videos can really express how beautiful and magnificent it is. And it's just, you get there and your first view is just in awe. I don't know how to describe it, but anyone who's been there, I'm sure, understands this. Anyone who hasn't been there, don't just trust me, don't trust my pictures. Please go yourself if you ever have a chance. Make the trek or go to Arizona. Maybe that's a little bit closer, but really, it's really, really worth it to go to the South Rim. On the way back, we stopped at this kind of town, which is near Route 66. And I'll be honest, it's kind of not that spectacular. I'm really not into cars. I'm Canadian, so I'm kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm not into the whole Route 66 thing. It was nice. It's kind of touristy. It's kind of hokey. I guess a couple of years or many years back, there was this movie called Cars. So maybe that would be more interesting. If you were kind of involved in that, or maybe 10 years back. But really now it's not really used as a major route anymore. It's more just for tourists, and it really doesn't have a lot of, it's kind of a little hokey. I'm so sorry. But, it was nice to have that stop and at least take some pictures. I guess for picture taking, it's great. And so you'll see a little bit of the thing. It's really just like a highway right now. But the real highlight of the trip is the Grand Canyon. Unbelievable natural monument. I had such a wonderful time there. It really helped that we had a great day and it was really clear. And again, it is a long drive from Vegas, but I would do it at least once. Maybe, I think it's closer if you go from the Arizona side, but I really strongly recommend you going to the South Rim. It was just magnificent. The views, every kind of 10 feet that we went, the views changed a bit. And it was just, there's so many colors, so many vibrant things. It was just a real nice walk and very pleasant time. So if you have any questions about my experience on the tour, you can let me know. We had lots of break stops at kind of gas stations / mall like markets. So we picked up some food. We had bathroom breaks. So it was quite a pleasant ride. A lot of the time, we were sleeping because we were kind of tired. And it's quite a emotional drain when you have so much excitement from the Grand Canyon. So when we were coming back, we were also very excited and tired. That took us around we left at 5:30 in the morning. We got back almost around 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. So 12 to 13 hour trip, somewhere around there. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy travels.